In continuation of its investigations, the House of Representatives Ad Hoc Committee on Power Reforms has engaged officials of the Central Bank of Nigeria to explain intervention by the federal government on power from 2015 to date and its impact on power affordability to consumers. National Assembly correspondent Muhammad Rabiu Ali reports that some electricity distribution companies also appeared before the committee to clear grey areas in their zones.
Sector reforms in Nigeria has been a process that underwent physical development aimed at improving the performance of DISCOs and GENCOs to meet electricity demands. There has, however, been a persistent shortage of power and the high demands from consumers. At the interactive session, committee members say many DISCOs relied on the existing equipment, thereby not performing optimally. This necessitates the engagement of the central bank to detail the committee on the interventions to GENCOs and DISCOs since privatization.
In the power sector, the interventions, the loans and the rest, CBN was fully involved. And when we're talking about settlement now, why is CBN not involved?
Will that money not go from central bank to the commercial banks of these beneficiaries?
We are aware of the federal government's proposal to intervene in the power sector by settling the previously acquired debt.
And with the determination of the present administration coming up with reforms, I believe if everybody key into the objective, we'll be able to get over all this challenge.
Jos and Enugu DISCOs took turn briefing the committee on their successes and challenges. Ibadan Electricity Distribution Company also submitted the required documents for scrutiny as a fallout of the committee's oversight visits. From the National Assembly, Muhammad Rabiu Ali, NTA News.
Ahmed Tinubu, under the renewed hope agenda, is committed to entrenching gas as the backbone of national energy architecture, supported by institutional reforms, regulatory enhancements and investment incentives. Minister of State, Petroleum Resources and Gas, Ekperipe Epu, told participants at the Nigeria International Energy Summit that the commitment is leveraging the Decade of Gas initiative for robust harnessing of Nigeria's enormous gas reserves. Lydia Sampson reports.
The speakers here agree that gas remains the cornerstone of Nigeria's energy transition plan towards a cleaner, more secure and inclusive energy future. The minister sees it also as the bridge fuel linking today's realities with tomorrow's low-carbon ambitions.
May I, at this point in time, reaffirm the unwavering commitment of the federal government of Nigeria under the leadership of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, to building a gas-driven economy that delivers prosperity at home and credibility abroad.
We have to accelerate the gas infrastructure development through the support that we always give as a regulator by issuing the permits promptly and making sure that they happen.
Panelists insist the transition must be holistic.
One of the major focus of the Decade of Gas now is addressing the power sector illiquidity. And so a lot of work has been done and is being done, and all the stakeholders are collaborating.
We need the economic signal that tells us the investment is safe and is rewarding enough for the development risk we're going to undertake.
The Gas Master Plan, I must congratulate NNPC and the ministries for putting out a document that is not a sort of a general plan, it's an execution document.
Government is, because of this, promoting development of gas-based industrial hubs across the country. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
Lagos State has sentenced one Okpara Kingsley Onyekachi, a truck driver, to life imprisonment for killing a road safety co who was lawfully on duty. In a statement signed by the CO's Public Education Officer, Shegun Ogbumebide, the fatal incident occurred on 16 November 2023 at Arile Igamu, Lagos State, while an Federal Road Safety Corps patrol team was conducting routine traffic enforcement as investigations revealed that the defendant, driving a 40-feet container landing truck at excessive speed, failed to exercise due care and rammed into a stationary mini truck that had been flagged down for inspection, hence crushing a personnel of the Corps while actively discharging official duties. The Federal Road Safety Corps Marshal Shehu Muhammad, however, described the judgment as one that sends a loud, unmistakable message to all drivers, particularly operators of heavy-duty vehicles, that recklessness on our roads would no longer be tolerated. I will now take a short break. We will be back shortly. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Adiolu Agbetokun, has ordered the immediate deployment of tactical operation and intelligence assets of Kiama local government area of Kwara State following a brutal attack on Tuesday, February 3, 2026. In a statement, the IGP condemned the violence and expressed deep condolences to the families of the victims and the people of Kwara State. He assured Nigerians that the Nigerian police force remains firmly committed to the protection of lives and property. In response to the incident, security presence has been reinforced in Kiama and neighboring communities to restore calm and prevent further attacks. The police have also launched a full-scale manhunt for the perpetrators, vowing that those responsible would be tracked down and brought to justice. Meanwhile, residents are urged to remain calm and cooperate with security agencies by providing credible information through the nearest police station or approved channels. In Sokoto State, the narrative of governance is steadily shifting as the administration of Governor Ahmad Aliyu rolls out a transformative roadmap known as the 9-Point Smart Agenda. From the bustling streets of the state capital to the rural farming belts, the agenda's impact is increasingly becoming a reference point in the state's evolving development discourse. Dalatu Abdullahi examines the key pillars of the agenda and what they mean for the people of Sokoto State.
Our budget will focus mainly on the citizen demands that align with our 9-point innovative smart agenda.
At the core of the agenda are security and education, with the establishment of the Sokoto Community Guards Corps and the deployment of over 140 patrol vehicles to various security agencies. The state government is intensifying efforts to combat banditry. In education, over 800,000 pupils have returned to classrooms, supported by the 2025 budget, which allocated 25% to the sector, with a similar level of commitment proposed for the 2026 fiscal year. In agriculture, projects such as the Lugu Dam and other irrigation schemes are boosting food production, while farmers benefit from subsidized inputs and planned mechanized tractor services.
All this is to make sure that we assist our farmers in the states.
This, in no small measure, is a huge intervention and a contribution to the development of agriculture and food security.
As the 2026 People's Budget unfolds, the objective remains clear: restoring the glory of the seat of the Caliphate. In Sokoto, Dalhatu Abdullahi, NTA News.
And now to our discussion segment, which is going to be on assessing the 9-Point Smart Agenda of Sokoto State Government. And I have with me in the studio the Senior Special Assistant to Governor of Sokoto State on Strategic Communication, Malam Nuruddin Muhammad. Honorable Special Advisor, you are welcome to Panorama this afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
What strategic vision and governance philosophy underpin the 9-Point Smart Agenda of the Ahmad Aliyu's administration?
Well, His Excellency Dr. Ahmad Aliyu Sokoto Siani is a visionary leader, a servant leader, a governor who believed that governance is all about a call to service. is not a call to self-enrichment or self-aggrandizement. He is a kind of person that governs with passion, humility, and with absolute fear of Almighty Allah. He places the interest of Sokoto State above any other interest. His actions speaks louder than his words. And he is the man that believed any responsible government cannot function without a policy document. And that policy document can only be accessible through formulation of 9-point SMART agenda. Through this 9-point SMART agenda, it serves as a focus of the government, whereby policies and programs of government can be implemented and for the benefit of the entire people of Sokoto State. That is why the government come up with this 9-point SMART innovative agenda, so that any developmental activity could be aligned with the 9-point SMART agenda, so that the people of Sokoto State in the rural and the urban areas can feel the impact of the government in this administration.
So in what way is the SMART agenda transforming the education sector in Sokoto State?
Well, His Excellency has achieved a lot of developments in terms of education in Sokoto State. If you look at our higher institutions, there are ones that were cut off by electricity, like SSU and Shehu Shagari College of Education during the previous administration. But now the electricity was restored and the power supply was also restored, and our laboratories are functioning, and operational vehicles were procured for the use of transportation, and also the management functions has also been put in place in order to make strategic changes so that the education can function effectively in the state. And a lot of changes were made in the way and manner the management of those institutions are carrying out their activities. And if you look around, you will see so many structures being installed and so many structures being renovated, so that our students can have a conducive atmosphere for teaching and learning. So the education sector has contact so many achievements during this administration. And currently now there is ongoing distribution of jam forms free of charge to our students around the state. And also there is a partnership with the TED Fund, so that our facilities and infrastructure can be provided, so that the schools can be enough of lecture theaters and research centers in order to make sure that our students align with the global standards in terms of learning.
Okay, so what innovative policies and reforms has the administration introduced to strengthen healthcare delivery across Sokoto State?
Well, healthcare delivery is one of the cardinal objectives of this administration. Since the inception of this administration, His Excellency has purchased a number of operational vehicles for our primary health centers, and a lot of health centers were upgraded to the higher ones. And there was also an initiative to distribute free maternal and maternal equipments for our mothers that want to, born babies. So there are a lot of distributions on that side, mama kits, and our health facilities are undergoing renovation throughout the state. So many health centers were upgraded and so many ones have been inaugurated. And the salary of our health workers has been upgraded, and also the welfare and well-being of our health workers has also attracted so many improvements. So the state is doing a lot in making sure that health care is being taken care of, and our people get free access to health care.
Okay, let's talk about water resources now. What concrete steps is the Sokoto State government taking to tackle water supply challenges and ensure sustainable access to clean water?
You know, before this government came in, Sokoto State is faced with water scarcity. And by God's grace, His Excellency has rectified all those problems now. And this government is planning to supply 40 million gallons of water daily to the people of Sokoto State. And this initiative was categorized into 4. There is Tamaji water site, there is Old Airport water site, there is Runjin water site, and there is Rugal Liman water site. And all these water sites are providing millions of gallons of water per day, so that our people will be sufficient enough to get potable drinking water. So this sector has also improved very well if you compare it to the state of it came from during the previous administration.
Okay, so now let's talk about youth empowerment, because you are also a youth. Yeah. So what measures are in place to ensure youth empowerment programs translate into practical skills acquisition and sustainable employment?
You see, this government is very worried about the state of our youths, because youth are the backbone of every society's development. So that is why His Excellency procured 1,000 motorcycles and 500 tricycles and distributed to youths so that they can depend on themselves. And all this is part of his administration commitment to ensure that he eradicates the menace of youth political thuggery and idleness in our society. And under this program, our youth are now fully equipped with a means of transportation at a subsidized rate, and you can go anywhere without any problem. And he also employed 3,000 of our youths into the state civil service so that it will serve as an avenue to protect them from be using terrorists as an informants, you know. So that is why he employed 3,000 of our youths so that they can have a means of livelihood in order to prevent any case of informants in our state.
Okay, that's my next question. I wanted to know what coordinated strategies has the administration adopted to address security challenges and enhance public safety across the state?
You know, security is the primary responsibility of every government. And the government of Dr. Ahmed Ali Sokoto placed security as #1 priority in his 9-point SMART agenda. And the government is taking proactive and innovative measures in combating security situation in Sokoto State. So that is why, since the inception of this government, he purchased vehicles to support our security agencies. And he also purchased motorcycles and distributed to our security agencies. And to complement their efforts, he recruited 1,000 members of our youth to serve as community guard corps in order to complement our conventional security outfit to combat terrorism in the state. And his door is always open for our security personnel to discuss on how to curb this menace of insecurity. So the government is doing absolutely very well in combating crimes and criminality in Sokoto State.
Okay, so we thank you so much, Honorable Special Advisor, for having time to come here. I know you have a lot to tell us, but time is not our friend.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having the time to come. I have been talking with Nuruddin Muhammad, who is the Senior Special Assistant to Governor Ahmed Aliyu on strategic communication. And we now move to our next report. As insecurity continues to challenge social cohesion and public trust across communities in Nigeria, experts are increasingly warning that poor understanding of local dynamics and ethnic profiling and deepening the country's security crisis. It is against this backdrop that the Kuka Center is partnering with the Center for Peace Studies, Usman Danfodio University, Sokoto, to confront critical gaps in community security frameworks through research and capacity building. Dalhat Abdullahi reports.
The partnership anchored on the Kuka Center's thematic focus on good governance and human rights is designed to examine how community policing, vigilante structures, and ethnic identity intersect with crime management. Project manager of the Kuka Center, Bambata, says the collaboration will drive evidence-based research aimed at providing informed recommendations to security agencies and policymakers, while also supporting efforts to ensure peaceful elections.
We have gone into a partnership with the Center for Peace Studies at Usman Danfodio University here in Sokoto State. It's quite an exciting partnership because together we'll be looking at identifying the effects that have resulted from the polarization of informal security outfits here in Sokoto State.
Director of the Center for Peace Studies, Usman Danfodio University, Sokoto, Professor Usman Abdul Qadir, says the university is committed to deploying academic expertise to support community-driven security initiatives that promote peace and accountable governance.
One of the mandates of the center is also to provide collaboration and partnership with both national and international organizations on anything to do with peace building, providing peace culture and leadership, not only in Nigeria, but Africa or worldwide in general. So that's why we find this opening as a very great opportunity.
This ethnic profiling had already, created deep divisions. Before now, you cannot separate a Hausa man and a Fulani man. The way out is to first understand the dynamics of the conflict. The dynamics of the conflict is about competition for resources, and that this competition for resources has been heightened by climate change.
The Kuka Center initiative will strengthen community policing and provide specialized training for security outfits to improve accountability in service delivery. In Sokoto, Dalhatu Abdullahi, NTA News.
The Nigerian Army has renovated the 91-year-old Magajin Rafi Model Primary School in Sokoto as part of its civil-military cooperation initiative. The intervention is part of the Army's non-kinetic strategy aimed at fostering community engagement and addressing insecurity in the northwest and across Nigeria. Abdullahi Umar Ilelu has more.
The Office of the Chief of Army Staff continues to undertake the renovation of schools and execution of other community projects as part of efforts to give back to host communities, strengthen civil-military relations, and promote national development. Inaugurating the renovated primary school, Sokoto State Governor Ahmad Aliyu represented, describes the project as a meaningful giving back initiative that will significantly complement the state government's efforts in boosting educational development. The school has produced many notable Nigerians, including senior military officers, politicians, and community leaders serving across the country.
The Sokoto State government is proud of your contribution and proud of your service.
The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Waidi Shuaibu, represented, explained that the renovation was executed under the Nigerian Army Special Intervention Civil Military Cooperation Scheme. It is designed to support communities and complement non-kinetic operations, noting that the Army has completed over 250 similar projects nationwide that include schools and hospitals.
These projects are designed to complement existing infrastructure provided by the states and local governments.
The project executor, Major General Aliyu Abbas Idris, described the renovation of his alma mater as a personal commitment inspired by fond memories of his school days and desire to provide a more conducive learning environment.
The scope of this project was comprehensive. We focused on structural rehabilitation and strengthening the integrity of buildings to ensure they are safe, durable for decades to come.
Highlights of the event were presentation of awards and souvenirs to the Chief of Army Staff and the project executor in appreciation of their support and commitment to educational development. In Sokoto, Abdullah Omar Ilalu, NTA News.
And that is Panorama this afternoon. Thank you for staying tuned and enjoy the rest of the day.